Daddies, them say we don't know how to marry, we just they worry. Daddies, them say all we do is to run away from the babies. Daddies, every day we do this and that. Them say we no be responsible. No be everybody there like that. It just be funny cause if man no day, if Poppy no day, then wait till we get. If man no day, if man no day, how we go exist? Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to every man where they fight for their responsibility. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to every man where they do everything for the family. Yeah. Who say man no day? So who say man no day? See, if man no day, if Poppy no day, then wait till we get. If man no day, me then you no go day. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to every man where they fight for their responsibility. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to every man where they do everything for the family. Yeah. Hallelujah. To be a man, eh? Now, wow. Yen papa no one way you my thing. And the share so put food on the table, paying the bills and all that. I mean, sure, one with granny, so when you're not refugee, then you're fine. Daddies, them say we don't know how to marry, we just they worry. Daddies, them say all we do is to run away from the babies. Daddies, every day we do this and that. Them say we no be responsible.
I'll tell for radio. I'll depend on from a moon. I'll tell for radio. I'll depend on from a moon. I'll tell for radio. I'll depend on from a moon.
If man no day, how we go exist? Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to every man where they fight for their responsibility. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you all out there. So yeah, a brand here, nice. Oh, you're single, crash. Still a happy Father's Day to you. So our I say you are still expecting happy Father's Day to you as well. So long as you're mema and responsible, happy Father's Day to you all. So we apologize for the time. I'm very sorry. It's my fault. I was having some issues, but it's sorted out. So basically, I have a little story to tell. I went out and I'm a brand TB, and he doesn't know, but I respect him a lot and I admire him from afar. Met him like I'm a fan, and I approached him. Now reception was very welcoming, so I thought, I'll get closer to this guy. I will acquire his knowledge and wisdom, to do what he's doing. And initially, not Adriani, I said, tap into that knowledge, but me a bit selfish. Then a sad me Becca has sent us a Jumana come the number at for radio. So on the moment of hope, and my baby share on also wisdom and knowledge, no by inspire and kakra. Ye kind and Tassia Juma and a Yamiado. I brought you up my quail, ye did a hawk walk a siano. About for radio. So on the moment of hope, Senebeya, obey me, ashay and crying. Yeah, from me, Angel Moon, your lovely host for the moments of hope. Moments of hope, receiving strength to start afresh, acquiring knowledge to fight ignorance. And so therefore, then you may wasting more time, baby. So Senkaya was studio and Kamekasi my standing ovation, but unfortunately, a virtual into Michelle, help me welcome the celebrity of the international superhighway. Well, Nidi will hold no more, but Oh, my no man, Nadine, by a different for the friend. It's a for Mr. Mo. Help me welcome our one and only Maghraheb.
Wallahi. Hey, the movie.
I because I didn't want to embarrass you,
Okay.
And I'm young. I said, my friend, I can't know free attitude with me. 70.
Oh, I said, maybe I'm in China. I did. I said, you fool me. Don't mind my. What's your whole day?
Nyametiase.
Altiasa for radio. At the pine from Amu.
Mpacho mema just ama wakwaba.
Allah, you know, calling penny. I see.
Me camera for.
You brought for 10 this is UK phone can be one.
Me wa jo me ka UK bro for Italy bro for na.
Oh, and
Ghana bro for na. How are you? I'm fine na. And I'm the comment ka in any nibi. Me the simple English.
Me no wa di tuabo, I don't know.
Mpacho bibia boko there.
Nyame adom me ho ye pa na so.
Yes, I don't. First of all, thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Like honestly, I can't believe you are here.
Oh,
I have a satire, so honestly, like when you, I was like a homie hosting a whole man.
Hey. Wherever you are, if and your moon calls, you have to, stop whatever you are doing.
Oh.
Now
I'm shy. Right, if I try the answer, let's go straight into business. Fantastic. So I think that's that question have you saw about 1,000 times. So tell me a bit about yourself. Like, who are you? Who is Maghraheb? The meaning and everything.
Oh, Maghraheb, there. Send him with name of Paul Francis. A very small little boy from BA. Chra. And I area of 1 year, did man, you be through her. So basically, that is me. Yeah. I'll put this out because I don't really know how to answer, but
I know.
I try my best because, yeah. But when it comes to the aspect of Maghraheb, Maghraheb, a rough factor for one. So if anything doesn't go right on Maghraheb, a rough factor
fault. Mati, I don't know. So I bet you Maghraheb. Mr. Bisa, how many siblings do you have? Are you the only son of your parents or?
No, I think. See, I think I have about 6, 8, could be more. But 8, young cancer. Because my parents split up, so we have one amount different sides. Now I have to count here, it's complicated.
I see. It's from both sides. Penny, Anna.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to be in your shoes right now. I don't want
to
say. Mama mia. Hey, papa, your PSC responsibility. So,
I'm out for be a girl.
I know, and then you have to like leave the parts and a show, and then you become the second parent, which is so unfair. But anyway, it's me pacho like Ben over Italy.
2008.
Right. Well, what so 2008 now 2022. I'll call you. Okay, so you're a pioneer. What you can't Italian penny for our movie.
Oh yeah. Can I say newbies? Can I say you buy it?
Oh, they find this so a newbie. And then, how was the transition like from Ghana to Italy?
The initial idea from my father was just after senior high, I come here, go to school, finish it. My problem here. Until you get here and then you realize, okay, if you finish senior high or Ghana and that's over here, you can't just hop into university. A completely different situation because first of all, you came to Italy. Casani problem. They teach English with Italiano, so imagine. It's madness. So I had to go to other, Sapon schools now, the big transfer they will be seen now. So at some point, you realize, okay, school here, but you have to also make money. And then at some point, you have to realize that you have to go out there and find yourself a job and start working. So it will be convenient for everybody. Yeah, convenient for everybody. Yeah.
So I don't know if you've heard about this, but Italy, not in for time making statements, which I disagree with. But anyway, they were like, because Italy is not an English-speaking country, like there is no future for us blacks. What's your take on that?
It depends. You see, the problem is that parents, what I see most, not even abroad, but everywhere. They don't see they only think about education and then schooling.
Right.
Yeah, it will be better for the kid to just start some job and then do. Or be very successful there, but the kid will spend so many years with school. At the end of the day, when you see school, but this kid can be a civil engineer, can construct stuff with his or her hand. A bit more but everything you have to go to school. So it becomes okay. School now. Problem among people doesn't like, and I say, your blacks and your skin is different color. If you are in a white man's country, you have the major opportunities now. A white person in your same class, so that becomes a very difficult. So. For a black person, who make you within a white man's country, you have to work 3 times harder than the average white person. So if you are willing to work that hard, definitely why not? You can succeed wherever you are.
So there wouldn't be any language barrier so long as you're determined, say, I'll do this. Right.
Yeah. Language barrier, how hard is it to learn a language? So you're very determined that is the term, determined that you can be successful. But among people now don't want to put in the work, so so we just go about our day and then debating there for toss some more supermarket and one
I see no like that yeah. When they say life is how you make it, how do you understand that sentence?
Oh, life is how you make it. How I understand it is, I say, you see, life will be how a person will live in a life in a way. And then how a person will live a life. That is how I think you have to work towards.
Right.
So if life is how you make it, and I say, what you do everything dictated to you. You are not making your own life.
Okay.
Doctor, I understand that point. But that is Papa's dream, not you.
Okay.
Doctor now, you are not making life. Right. You are doing something. Send a baby, please, Papa. It looks like that. I don't know. Say, Father's Day in Jamaica. Father's yeah. So
based on what you are saying, say, Papa Nifi say. I'm going a bit off topic. You better have a back on track. Sure. Based on what you said, say Papa Nifi say for a better future, no, nebai so school. And then you made us understand, say, I mean, school is not bad, but there are certain things other than school it can help the child. So say you have a son right now, and maybe you had a dream, you couldn't live that dream, and you would want to live vicariously. You want to live you want so now want to live what would you do?
No, you see, that is who dream. It is a who dream. When to live who dreamer. The opportunity to live his or her dream. Don't put who dream into your son because you went to me and live. Went to me and live, that is your failure. That doesn't mean say you problem. And yes, say went to me and your mouth.
Yeah.
Every parent, in my opinion, should live a life and I say set up a life for his or her son. His or her child set a plan be successful in the future.
Right.
Provide the necessary tools. But don't say it's okay. Because I wanted to be, an accountant. I want you to be an accountant. No. When that happens now, you are living your life through a kid. And at the end of the day, the kid will end up doing something there.
Right. Yeah.
And that kills people even faster than,
Yeah.
HIV.
The reason I asked you this question is like it is something that costs power Ghanaian homes, especially your Chroma say because for our drain children say, oh, UK their chances so her racism you say, but not Accra no akumeni will because also a YouTuber. I say you do Dina justify you. You say yeah, Mrs.
Yeah, well, also.
And they say no because or person a YouTuber there the why a comparison say oh Maghraheb cry a YouTuber e ko ye man say yeah right so and oba for osi school by na to kokoya adwuma and what happened like and then they see like we change you adwin say no me nya adwuma ma obi I want to be my own boss. I want to go into YouTube.
Well, the YouTube idea was something that it wasn't something that you're planning yet to do. What do I say? Well, comes back to Rafeka. But in Rafeka, sometimes it's like when it comes to Italy, I say, we started Excellent Entertainment. We were doing short movies. Mouth can use it to entertain themselves on your account. So with that, I had the fun. Initially, before Excellent Entertainment, we were doing Young Ghana. It was kind of a blogging site. We have people now almost post 2 articles about sports, news, whatever. Then of course Ghana. Yeah. Back then you had that plenty to say and saying BAB.
Yeah.
And then you're transitioning from that blogging to making short films for people. So what we realizing is as entertainment unite was based on Facebook and then YouTube's how our systems are working on.
Right.
The video was circulated within country now more than the other countries were expected before. So we were doing that, and then it was blowing up a little way, back then, what else was blowing up? 13,000 views, Italy. So people you meet in programs and they get to see, okay, Muna Muyewe. So it was something it was fun to do. So I think that during that time, some events people were Italy, I think, and then Kofi Adoma Ghana by. So Kofi by any photo shoot do or Lago di Garda. Then time no Kofi shoot with or you Kofi no start Kofi TV, but no videos with a tablet be share kind of a phone case ginza. And I know what microphone kind of. And then you call a photo shoot through I don't know normal Google. Because no I say okay, maybe I on a live with my live video. And
right.
And then so or the equipment in case of anything, you can go live and do whatever you offer. So
yeah.
Yeah, kind of thing. Or didn't know when you want to Rafeka, fired now. Yes,
but I watched that video.
Yeah. So that was how I ever Maghraheb started. If I say the I'm busy Rafeka say Charlie. You kind of say, oh, kind of say, your TV waiting the same. I think that during that time, we say Rafeka did your fear or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you start to see the rough. So after that video, you post 2 years. You post 2 years, and I think say and then later down the line, I think say my question, but we are about later down the line, and you kind of say. Kofi Adoma interview Kumchacha. Then time no Kumchacha say there was some story about then Trump was. Yes, Kumchacha. Kumchacha say uncle.
Yeah.
And then we hear that I'm saying okay. With this type of video, before that, I'm share one of the American satire comedians, maybe Stephen Colbert. No, I hear some video be about Donald Trump. Then time not Trump, I think he's not a president.
Right.
Why video? No, I think it's not your president. That why video be Donald Trump as a wakati kind of an interview, but without Donald Trump. Wakati together. Me who I'm say okay, this is interesting. So me who and me first come catch a video and then I did the same thing and posted. Later I cried I find out as a teacher is doing something, something similar. And I'm say okay. So after that video, I was okay. They want more. Then we did the second video. So at the end of the day, we didn't choose to do that type of content as content security. It was just one-off thing. But that one-off video, blow up about 100,000 views for the time. Yeah, it blew up. And then I'm like, okay, I'm on for the open from. So it wasn't something we made. And then Kofi Adoma interview Kumchacha a second time, and then we also did that. So it was basically that and that and that. And the moment we do that type of video, it reaches far away from Italy to Ghana. Then it became so okay. It's like time and ASL entertainment. There are a few concepts we are not NTS because we were creating content that not the normal Ghanaian network Ghana can relate to. But with this type of video, everyone or a Ghanaian can relate to. So it becomes okay. I deal with in a bit me, I deal when you so initially, it was just something we were doing for fun. And then before, I think during SL entertainment time, we just do videos to promote a man for Muye events for her. We did some for Erica, we did some for a whole lot of people. Unique touch also, yeah. So it was something, yeah. So I free and now I transitioned the Bible and said me doing this thing solo. And people were patronizing the solo act and more than a unique group of people crying. So I started, doing more. So the initial, the idea was okay. You perceive a building to kind of a platform a man for can, get to know if they are bored or want some excitement that they can come there, watch the videos are able to and became kind of a regular thing here, not the beer feed. And then the group, people were asking more. There were stories I never see even during young Ghana time I near blogging, but we couldn't do. And I was okay. So you say we have a little platform of then time I don't know the followers we had then, but about 100,000 or something like that. So if there was our followers now, we can at least do the type of content, talk about issues I educate for. That was when we started, putting series together. So the first one was the fake interviews we were doing. The second one we transitioned to, I think, Paimuka. So the Paimuka was, looking at specific subjects and then talking about it. Yeah, in a way, Amanfo will get proper understanding and meaning to that specific subject. And then from on, we added more and more and more and more. And then we are here. So the transition now can once again, we saying.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm a year and then doing YouTube. It became very difficult to do at some point because say you start here. If you know, so the show so deep, I used to do videos with Robbie Production and also doing content. So it was like, I'm 19.
Right.
A day, no, everyone is me sorry, I'm not pan. Say yeah. For the starting from you, I'm 9. Italy 9 and then started 10. So you have to, wake up around 9:30, drive to the work, whatever. You man about 6 o'clock. We will be through now about 6:30. We be the day, we be dry, we have a quack down. Now, yeah, somewhere around 8. 8 in the best one I said by 12 to 1. So sorry. Now, if you don't have content, I will post for that day. We will be now, we will video, now edit here, we are posting on. Nekobo 6. So and son was sorry, there 9. I go back to work. And then the hard part was a true weekend, sir. With Robbie Productions, we have to also go shoot weddings. So, me pon a Saturday morning now. We go that we are driving to wherever the wedding is. More than we go shoot. And then you be free wedding, that's here we do, it's the next day, 3 a.m. So it's like about 48 hours you are not sleeping. What I say. So I hang in there, to the level, say, YouTube money and that's what content creation money, was more than, can you say, a scam with room. At that point, I didn't need, say, my year, Juma, even though, say, sell Juma, this kind of would be better, but you also saw a dream or help. Yes, I scout the engine of Sandy Papa, South. So I decided to, quit. And then, I think about 2 or 3 years, when we died and then focusing on creating content.
Right. But answer maybe the next question. There are some people that are commenting. I know you since my sister, so have top farms or Sassy and Yanka Treaty, a Becca tree. And next day is sending hugs and laughs. Patricia, so happy Father's Day as well. And then D Schofield does it wonder. Yes, wonder. Maghraheb is a wonder. Thank you so much for commenting. Please share and happy Father's Day to you all. And all those who are liking. Thank you so much. So Mepacho, so after who realizes say your health matters now, who decided say you stick to the YouTube solo. What was the response of the people around you? Like were they in support of it? And I say And some of them can't nation than shame cry.
No, is it the thing is, if say you have a dreamer, a dream, the moment you allow people to get in your dream it becomes a monthly dream, not you. What I say. So the decision was, okay, I am making like twice the amount of money I'm sorry for Juma.
Yeah.
So if I'm in my bedroom, I can create content. Every month I'll make more money than some sorry for my hard work for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Will be our attention because okay, Charlie, you have to think about security. Like, okay, they say as a YouTube nation sit down, what will you do? You have to think about family, you have to think about rent. But so many as a YouTube scammer, what will you do? Like people were, saying a couple of these things. Robert Accra was worried about me. He said, this is a very bold step. No one here wait till you have to take it that step. Because the name where you are trying to go or get to it at the person, And at the end of the day, if you want to grow in life, that's one to take risk. You will go nowhere. That's the reason why people will be up by with 40 years for her still now the person has nothing because they are not willing to take any risk. In my opinion, what I say. I mean, it's okay. Yeah. I decided it's okay. So I'm going to feel it, and yes, and then I feel okay. Men, I'm then be ready here. Men, I'm making that and I'm saying, sorry, I can't do both because this is enough. What I say.
Yeah.
So what is the point? Italy living and yet as expensive to say UK. If you look at 500, you can rent a house, but so maybe you pay about 500, but UK is different. Yeah. So it's like if you have the amount of money and yes, any other crazy projects be even back then. So why don't I focus on doing this and that is much better. One channel or more trying, they don't understand where you are coming from or where you are going with what you are doing. So it's better say, sure, say there are more people I'm a catch on at this point in your life, you are so dead, my. I've told Robbie the same thing. Because Robbie doesn't need to work. You're a cry millionaire, so it's not. I've told a whole lot of people similar thing because I understand that human so weird. But sometimes you have to be free. We share we are some penny for they are all old people who are 70 years. Yeah, enjoyment being pan a bit me I enjoy. It becomes a problem. But if you are your own boss, have your own working hours, now wait me you can sacrifice a little bit today, and then maybe the next day, you can take your wife, your girlfriend to maybe some beach, we go and have fun. But we had mama will be that you can't do that because you have to go to work the next day. You understand? So all this freedom it comes with like you have to take rest, but rest don't take it pays off. You have some freedom here you wouldn't have had. So we had mama here. I don't know if that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. Yeah. As a matter of fact, hey, thank you. Obviously, you are beautiful, Madam Host. Thank you. My very important. So, point is a question that maybe so answer now the mind. It makes perfect sense because how fams say, I like your point, good point. Mebacho, Mr. Echampo Nicholas is saying bisa a question. Upon working throughout the week, you don't attend church?
No, church no na me call until say me no problem. You see, last time we me swallow me call 90 buy. Me buy na my bread. So I had to sleep for about 2 hours and then wake up and go to church. I was Brescia. Me jolly wear a ball powder. That day no promise some ball powder. Imagine. Me cocoa drew as one them wa. Saw monos that day from my house was Brescia. They went some different place. And I'm joking. So mama here next church will be fear. I'm not coming to church. Man, pardon me, I question me pa. If you on there, me pass on that check. I don't think that the week before me pass on it. If I don't come be on before, it's still for me. Oh, but I had to time and I'm here, but at least time and I mean, my full time to man. I was going to church. Even still, I was going to church. Yeah. Then at some point, I sorry funny, maybe it wasn't, it wasn't funny or fine. I have to focus on, stuff for.
Matiwase.
Yeah.
Mepacho, I have another question for you. So,
Sure.
in regards to the transition from being an employee to self-employed, let's say yes, no, on the 12 disciples, but within the 12 disciples, no, in the inner circle. It's like you said, the dream is yours, and then when you are visioning your future, now it is you that see your future with your own eyes.
Yeah.
Could I say like most of missing kind of was how much do you value the opinions? How much did you value the opinion of your inner circle when we decided, say, it's my life, it's my health, this is what I want to do?
And I make inner circle, there are a couple of people where you have to, who so much trouble and then see how they think about your person.
Yeah.
For example, even if I'm coming up with a new series, right, I have to talk to a couple of people first before I get the idea. So one way you are there for very long, it becomes one-sided. But if you get other opinions, at the end of the day, it becomes a very successful thing. But now I bounce work now. So starting up, I think say me inner circle not that big. I have very few people, So like at least one of my guy who you can reach. I never chose me. This is your life. If you want to do this and you think say it will be fine and fine for you, then why not? So you listen to people like that. It's okay. Guy or no man, no of course, you can saw a camera. I'm pay tell you for a typo UK assembly because.
Don't please don't.
When you have a camera. Yeah. So you have to value them because if they put him and then what's in your way and he or she will give you advice based on your own personal.
Right.
I bet wow in the long term. So what I say.
Yeah.
So you can't just always not. Even though it's sometimes in your inner circle and someone like I said, it's your dream. You have to understand maybe a person or the other people could do. If they don't see that dream now, it's okay. That doesn't mean say you have to forgo your inner circle. You still have to hang with them, but do things a bit say, that is the how more of years, man. When bruni the kini bruni years, man. No bruni ne no nimsa de we who the kini working from afar watching so onion is bit to be perfect. Bruni name father. But make this was one try the whole idea so when team and fan no be found there. That is the reason how you have to try your whole person. If I'm far, then you go back to your inner circle and then get your ideas.
Right. So, what advice would you give to those people coming up? My dreams started by people just because the people couldn't see what they were seeing.
Now, if you believe in what you are trying to do now, make sure say we're working out all the details, like how goals are. Yes, I will be sorry. Okay, Maghraheb, YouTube. No, it's not simple like that. You have to find, first of all, like I said, it reached a point that YouTube Scar was much more than Scar January. At that point, if some more for Scar, then I don't really need to go to work anymore. Yes. Yeah. Because at the end of the month, now I still be getting money. And that wasn't even just YouTube Scar wasn't Scar I was getting during that time. During that time, I was also doing affiliate marketing. Selling things for people and then getting a commission. So with that money, and the YouTube money, I was okay. So what I say. Okay. So if you reach that point in life, now it's okay. Without this one, I'll be okay. That is okay. But one balance will be okay. See, question if
the advice to people are among forward Ashatom dreams.
Yeah. Don't let people get in your dreams because it's your dream. So, if you can't follow up with who dream now, it becomes a whole different. You are doing something else. Until right now, people are going to be okay. I want to be a YouTuber. What type of content should I create? Like I can't tell you that because I don't know when it's right. It could be maybe when it's sports. So, make a trust for a comedy series. I am swaying you at a point in time now. You see, it's okay, you don't have any interest in. So what I say, but if you come up with that idea on your own, that's okay. But okay, I want to do sports. Then I can help you. It's okay. Sports, if you are right now in Ghana, no one is doing sports this way, so you do it that way.
Yeah,
you are giving a new dynamic to how I create sports content. people will love to watch. And also with your personality, which matters. You know, say, Obi Bana Catros, okay, we are an MWA. And then you also say, okay, Nipa Wiyaka, or see MWA, Mijaya. That person, that it doesn't matter, say your mommy and papa, we need your okay. But most of the times, you know, we fall into penny for we think same penny for him. You know, exactly. Right now, Papa, that's what my advice on how to create YouTube content. I won't take. Not because it's said me more there, but because I'm Papa YouTuber on creative content.
Yeah.
How can you advise me on something I wouldn't be that?
Yeah.
The only thing we can say is, you know, when we say sing, asa. But if I understand, okay, content creation is in it here. I can make it better during this content, doing it this way. Some move now me follow the dreams now me happen, and then you know that will help me get far. Not will be our Babakatos at Kadia, we will be any bidder. So oh yeah, Infantino, stop. And then you also stop. Yeah, you shouldn't have that.
Matiwase. Me bacho Adam Mohammed say, Mr. I think it's a friend of Mr. Maghraheb. I'm watching you live from Libya. One day I'll you when I come to Italy. And Mr. Echampon Nicholas say, thanks bro for answering my question, but please don't mind them. Please do work about your soul too. Why? Please, I really like you. May God bless you. Happy Father's Day to you.
Happy Father's Day to everybody.
Right. But your Maghraheb still won't share the income, so happy Father's Day. I'll say, sorry, Rebecca, don't worry, Rebecca, don't worry. So, my next question
for radio. The pine from Mamu.
Has there been a time where you regretted making this decision? Like to say, be a Drew baby, then your man caught as planned. So, like, Asena Fena, Wadria on Tanta. Has there been a time like that?
Nah. If you work out all the little details of what plan or strategy, that means you are going, you know, me personally, you know, be young happens. And then again, if you want to take that bold step, but that bold decision, I also make sure say you've thought it through. Don't just start and then say me a YouTuber, me say my man, brain, you know, my creative because I can do YouTube. Meanwhile, Libya now can say, oh no, I can rent it down. The YouTube money can't even pay for rent. So if you stop work at that time, now you are making a very big mistake. At the end of the day, you know, you'll be on the streets. What I say.
Yeah.
And so, man, for like-minded people, at least a bit wow, I'm gonna make it that decision. You know? So time I started YouTube, I was listening to a whole lot of motivational speakers. Now, like you have to understand something. Say, Obi Akuramono started to say, Akurabian why I won and started to English. Obi in English. So you feed the mind, you know, with English enough. At some point, you know, you start speaking English. So if you start putting some good thoughts in your mind, see yourself as, you know, I can never quit. I can do this every single day. Keep reminding yourself of that. And then learn stuff based on the platform maybe I was now. You can succeed. It's that simple. According to the law of this universe, you know, so quite year will move for 1,000 years. At some point, you know, you are bound to be happy at some point. Then if you put in the work now, at some point, you know, it's more likely, say, you also reap some success. What you say. So you have to feed your mind with the right positive thoughts and then see how you follow through. I'm not going to be a motivational speakers just for fun. At that point, you know, you are misusing your answer with still time.
Yeah.
But if you listen to them, if they say act, not so rest act now, will help you in a way. You know, you act. But if not that, then it becomes a massive problem. You know, that's what I want. With the big money come why. If you don't know, there be a saying, you
know, thank you for making this happening. Right. Another question there. I watched your live video. I think was it last year and 2 years ago. I think we were on we were in lockdown. It was a live. Your wife and that about Flipper.
Okay.
Efia was talking about how she didn't like the way people were insulting you on in the comment section. Yeah. And how do you react to negative response?
You see, during that time, people in America, it all comes down to Ghana. We have an idea, it's okay, we'll be here, it's kind of a no. During the time I started and I made that fake interviews, and that was where I not backlash remember, because people thought I was stealing ideas from Teacher Kwajo. And during that time, I know Teacher Kwajo crack content. Right. So it became okay. These people doesn't understand. But for the negative folks, at least started as an idea. For Ghanaians to accept you, I don't know. I don't understand why, but it's for some people. So they will start there. They will start, insulting the doors one. Then again, I'm a kind motivational speakers. During that time, during that person day, he or she is having a very horrible day. People release that stress. And then banners are some now is not in line with that person will be pissed. What they say. But you being the person, one motivational speaker, be not talk about content creation and then online. I think it's a Gary view. But this will be do a term of comment section. I say. Now say yeah, I been say so replies any pana. Forget to say comment no. Opa pass a comment on it all. Koda. The next day opa na so feel the same edge to respond that person during the time when we comment earlier now. Respond. If not, forget about the comment. If people like that say something like this, you think about it and you see say okay, I'm not putting more to video be at them on reply or different mindset. So what I say. You have to listen to people a bit more. Kopiaduma came to Italy and I'll catch him and say, I think we went somewhere and I know about their life. And then he was contemplating on so on your live nana so on ye. No, it's a live notification when who said Kopiaduma is going live, bringing someone on board or better talk about important topic. So he doesn't want to misuse that notification. That made sense to me right there because if the content is not right, 4 months let me post to because it's not right for me. So what I say, I once says heavy donor, it won't be like a fluff content. Yeah, you can't put any work into it and then we post to you. So that's all these type of advices, So when it comes to the negative comments now, we are near Beba. At some point, I was creating content in a way so many negative comments because that is the reason. That builds up reactions. Reactions helps. I can say YouTube or Facebook's algorithm. I say okay, people are interacting more with this video. Facebook comments, over the video. I say Facebook comments and tell you what about it. Who say okay, engagement is going up. Engagement is going up. So maybe people like it. Let me push it to more people. So in a way, they are now commenting a bit less or they bring me down. It's actually, boosting my content. So that is all these things. So I don't have to insult you. And then I'm started insulting me back then. Now most of them are, part of the Maghraheb family. So you're normal.
Like I said, like you say, who's time thinking what sector man in such a way say I did my trouble and we have where I'll see absorbing no one use it to help you out.
Exactly. That is how to be a content creator, you have to go so thing. I've seen Sheldon post something on Twitter. It will get reactions. He will use the comments, the reactions, never back from that Twitter post, and make a video about it. And use that video to make money. It's that simple. You have to understand how obviously use social media in a way benefit. What they are saying. So if you're able to do that, and 500 will be it doesn't matter. So when you are at a mouth will be bring, I mean, my wife is going to me with the comments because my mouth was tempted here. I'm the mojo boil. Now don't worry about yourself about these type of comments. There are videos people I'm creating. I know it's okay. We insult, but also if I don't want my energy, because sometimes some of the things that I'm better, you're a human being to get to you. But if you don't even see it, I know say if I create a content about breaking someone up. Now, was something good. The majority of the comments that will come will be positive comments. But if I do if I create a content criticizing another, then the government, I know say about 60% of, if it's half of the comments, will be about, I'm off where bashing. But if I do a content straight out in certain Shatawale, it will be like 80% of the people will be coming after me. So why would I watch comment section now? Because I know people are just going there to insult you. And then again, it's also at some point to boa. Me say there have been sometimes we have done content via. I think I remember I did a content about Sako. The Sako there, I reacted to Ninyomba Akubi. Ni advice or a video be about advice. I also advice Shatawale. Shatawale dry. In the video, Shatawale said, Sako there say, Shatawale did that way in a second mentor tier rubber Vogue. During that time, Nakasi from Range Rover, Vogue. I didn't know it's no move Vogue. That Vogue was their luxury brand. What I say, and I'm a quarter less. I call it okay. This, the term in your Vogue, Vogue, and then the comment section, I was let up there. But that video was successful. Yeah, I think that was my second or third reaction when I'm starting Maghraheb react. And then the comment section with the engagement to me was crazy. And then I realized, okay, this idea I can use it to my benefit. So in similar type of videos, you see me do a video, speak English in a way I know that I can edit that part. Bad English in the video, I can edit that part out. But I choose to leave it in there because I want reaction. You understand? Yeah, so it's more like, using some of little strategies to help boost your content. But we share from afar, so I have little tips and details when anybody until you get in and then start creating content for long.
And there the Russia holding, I said the corona by vitamin C. So bologna, pineapple, and I said for the boosting immune system. No boost immune system.
Easy.
Right. With them, if I be a major, say, the society we live in, a fast-paced society. For example, the Amazon Prime, like that, or China Saka. If you feel like if you order within 3 hours and that day now, because of that, we don't have patience. Like, media ban and person reap harvest. And especially a business, my starting as a 10,000 euros in Faswa that I would not commit myself. Now they're not Jirugu. What advice do you give us upcoming people with dreams in regards to patience and then being committed to our dreams and also like believing in time when building our dreams?
When it comes to Ghana, we want everything now. That is a massive problem. One of the Warren Buffett, one of the Wall Street will make billions of dollars there.
Yeah.
But said, don't do things for the short term. Set goals for yourself. What I say? Let me start here. Mine was very simple. I wanted to during that time I'm starting here. Not John Dumelo was there. The only celebrity with a whole lot of followers. The Ghanaian with most followers on Facebook. The person was about 4.6 million followers then.
Wow.
And I'm saying, okay, my dream was to be the number one most followed person on Facebook. What I say. So I started creating the content and then started pushing it to a month on those type of content to help bring some numbers up. So that was my long-term goal. For one of my long-term goals to be most followed content creator on Facebook. And then Mr. Taylor, target man was say in 5 years now, I have to have 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So that was the goal. What I say. We drew some, I think next year or this year and the other 5 years. I didn't reach that limit. I can't say go and I'm setting for myself for YouTube now. But it helped me, But I surpassed that goal. No, I think on Facebook I have about 1.something million followers. Even though it didn't happen on YouTube, it passed that crowd on Facebook. That's the different thing. And then on Facebook, YouTube, right now, even though that channel now I'm reaching 1 million subscribers, then within that 5 years limit, now I'm setting for myself. I understand why, because at some point, I started creating different type of content, creating different type of channels. So the attention and affairs meaning for one channel. Right now, it's split, what I said, with 2 other channels. because of that, you know, the growth, you won't see it as at Facebook and then still the same place. You know? So I understood why. So you have to set goals, short-term goals, and then long-term goals. In short-term goals, you know, say, okay, if you are a content creator, and who post a video with 100 views. In the end of next month, you know, open a video be post 1,000 views. Dear Ben, a bit me, strategies a bit me to help you reach that goal. What you say? And then set yourself up. So, okay, maybe at your support radio, you want at the end of maybe 2 years, you want to have 100,000 followers. Dear normal a bit me, aside the radio, and a bit me up one more reach.
Right.
So what you say? Because when at your support, I don't for you similar thing. They do live videos. Kofi Adumai similar thing. Aside the Kofi Adumai live videos only, you know. He also posts content. So watch that edited content.
Yeah.
So that is another thing. So you find ways and means a bit normal within the space now. And reach the goals now set for yourself. You know. If that happens now, so you because who will go say, okay, I want to get 5 million every day, and that is the goal. So you work towards that goal. But if you don't have any goal or ambition to reach anywhere, now the whole year, no, send your open so any biana. At the end of the day, you won't reach anywhere. During some time, now me expected video views. Video now me creating. I want to have maybe in 3 days, I want to have 100,000 views for that video now I'm posting. So what can I add in the video? A be interesting enough, a be catchy enough. Send a be a month for no, you know, watch that video. No, a be reach the 100,000 now. My person reach now. That was when you see, so I was inventing terms like Yensha say, like a palm walk, like you know, some of these things now it will catch on so that it will help you because, and then even Capito craft, for example, at some point, you know, people just watch the video to see what I'll say about Capito. You understand? Yeah. So all of these things comes in clash and then help you build the channel, you know, and then send a better ubit me achieve goals. It's that simple.
Like you have to think about a long-term goal and then you break send a better step by step, you'll be achieving your long-term goal.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Mepacho Quesimos is to say good evening. And then Mr. Echampo Nicholas will say, please, upon I want to be a YouTuber on farmers in Ghana. Help me, why?
Yeah, you see, right now, idea on farmers in Ghana. Take you on an idea as a case study craft, for example.
Okay.
Where do you want to go with that type of content? What I say? So if you are doing content on farmers in Ghana, this type of content, no one is doing in Ghana. For your it's not like a full-time content about farmers in Ghana.
Yeah.
This is a very a content here. So put time and effort in it will be very successful because think about the farmers in Ghana. Because at time when I was watching, there was one man here. It's like about 200 acres of pineapple. No one documented that thing up to now.
Right.
So if a person like Nipa or the same champion, they go content about this person now. Okay. People will watch and see, okay, if a normal person can have about 200 acres of pineapple farmer, then I can, you know, create, make me up 10 acres and then do just maize. Make me up 10 acres and just grow in a kind of cashew. And then this person will be telling stories of all these foods. At some point in time, you can see that it will catch on. And then you will start making money from. Me say it's serious. If you think about content creation now, at some point people will be hiring you, paying you money to do something already now you are doing. So what I say. So if you want to do it, find way I'll be people are better to the type of farmers that you want to talk to. But when it comes to farmers, my goodness, it's like half of Ghana. It's easy. So he has a point there. You can create that content and then it will really catch on.
Okay, me pacho upon Echampo Nicholas nephew. I think this man still studies his Sabbath school. He is talking about last week's lesson about Joseph's struggle, and at the end, God bless him. Thank you for your advice. That's it from Echampo Nicholas. And Hat Top Farms upon what about your view about Sinyani Airport?
Yeah, I did a video about that now. Because it's crazy. It's Sunyani Airport, no. And then they find, Mama contractors to build runway. Basically, construct a road the plane between Messiso. That is their job. They paid these folks for 48 million Ghana cedis to do the job. Almost a Jumani within 9 months. After 9 months, after 2 years, still now, the job is not ready. How crazy is that? You understand? And then Wow airport. So say, places you don't expect them to have airport, no airport. Meanwhile, I deal with it delay. There are other companies here, Ebiodi Kumasi, kind of saying Tamale. They are spending millions of dollars. Kumasi there cost $300 million. And no so how come say building just a normal road, you can't do that for 48 million? If the money is not enough, then it's a bad negotiation with the government and they lead you to getting less money. But if the money is okay, everything is agreed upon, and then you are not meeting the deadline and work contract and all set here, I don't understand why that person still has that job to do.
Yeah.
So now, so I have to do a content about that because I thought that say it's never be a progress.
I saw Casa. What voice? They saw Casa. Sorry if I don't pronounce the name right. Or say I'm member needing Raphael. Or say good evening upon. God bless you. And also say I always follow you on social media.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mepacho, one last question. Last but 2 questions. So far, so what is your take on commitment, passion, and money?
Yeah, I think that comes into kind of one same thing because if you are passionate about something, committed about that thing, I don't know in regards to what specific subject I refer to, say life and content creation, because if
the general question, I don't know, like to say, yeah, what's to say? No, yeah, no, my abasuno. We want to, we wouldn't want to be like our parents. Somewhere your mama will be, self-employed.
Yeah.
But me fee say, sikapena doso. So we are not really passionate or committed to what we want to do.
That's true. Coming up on YouTube world, there are some folks they do like channel, they manage it for you. At the end of the day, you pay them money. Me a whole lot of them contacted me to do exactly the same thing for me. But I may start the idea and it wasn't about the money. I think at 105,000 subscribers, that was when I'm monetizing my YouTube channel. Everybody wants to reach 1,000 subscribers and then start making money. That wasn't the goal. Because those people comes into content creation with the mindset of making money. When that happens now, you do everything to make money. So if you say you are not making money, you are not passionate about that thing anymore. And if you are not passionate about anything, there is no way that you be committed to it in the first place. So have passion for idea of person. Be committed. At the end of the day, like I said, we are doing scanning the baby at some point. There are people who contact me for advertisement. I can't even respond to them. Not because I don't have, the time. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, for me PA, me pacho, min juice for me PA.
You see, that's the thing. At some point, the money will start coming in, regardless of the type of content that we create. So be focused enough, have passion for the now. Like I say, if you are creating content and you are not passionate about content now you're creating now, at some point, you will stop because you said, what's the alcohol? At some point, you will see, say, okay, I do you will be a maminyai. So that means that you don't have passion for the job now. If you're a barber, you can be a barber and be very successful. But here, we think different. There's a barber guy or UK, Nikki. The guy drives the kind of thing, flies to just cut people's hair. Duncan or major football players say UK or Premier League only you understand? Say he's not just sitting in the shop. We're finding new ways to be making new money. Because if the guy is flying from UK to Italy to just, or maybe you think, you have to pay for the guy's tickets. And then the Nippon or the neighbor want to build the relationship. Anytime he wants that person to, come and cut his hair. So that is the reason why I make us say, it doesn't matter what you're doing, find new ways a bit. And then this guy, if you watch his Instagram, you can see that he's very passionate about the job. And then he's committed. Otimko Ghana, organize barbers, and just on the streets in Wabi, you move you team out for free. It's that simple. You understand? I think that time ago, BBC even did a documentary about this guy.
Right.
You have to find new ways. Be passionate about it now, because if the passion is not there, there is no way you be committed. But I say it doesn't matter if you say it's marriage, it's content creation, it's life. The same principle applies.
Right.
Yeah.
And I say, me pacho, hey, okay, I say, Ogwama Cristo Ahen. I say,
okay. Me
can you?
No.
Oh, sorry. Mr. Ogwama Cristo Ahen. I say, upon. Can you give a brief explanation on misconceptions on YouTubers by their subscribers?
Yeah, and also they are very important. You see, people almost so many ideas of what YouTubers do, what the YouTubers see and in your YouTubers doesn't make a lot of money. It's a whole lot of, where can we? There are so many misconceptions about YouTuber. People don't understand. A subscriber again said, or show video on Wamauska. That is most people are missing. Oh, Maghraheb, I show video pa. Oh, them can make him sick and then you ask the person, videos was sent away. Because based on YouTube CPM, you find CPM, you find $5. That means say a social video 1,000 times before say 1,000, you can say $5. You understand? So if someone has 1,000 of my videos, you've made me what? $5. That is not the goal, no. But people think say the fact is I show video, I have to video, no, what make you scam. That is true. But scam what make you it's more like 2 cents. What I say? For 2 cents in Togari and Tohi. So that is the thing I'm pointing at. And then it comes, okay, YouTubers doesn't make money. I can show you a snapshot of a fellow YouTuber of mine last month for £13,000 from just AdSense. That tells you that a month will make his cancer. Nas Daily did a summit in Dubai. A month ago, there was a guy or buy your show say within that 1 month span on Facebook, he made $330,000. So if you're saying the content creation doesn't make money, then you don't understand how at the end of the year, people think, okay, you have to find so many people to work with to make money. You have to go outside to create content to make money. All these things are misconceptions. Maybe the majority, I was creating everything from my home. The main one numbers, like you create a video, we get 100,000 views, 100,000 followers. It's okay. You numbers. But through Ghana, it's like, okay, yeah, only Maghraheb. Then you get to understand, okay, the content you create, it goes somewhere. So the little misconceptions about YouTube, if you don't understand, find people on meet me and what they say. That is better. But don't, the men means, okay, we a YouTuber, you don't have a life. A YouTuber can hire you I know this is any panel. What they say.
Yeah. I
can go to Ghana, hire a very big accountant from maybe a very big bank. Some man may my accountant for sugar reasons. Because I can pay the guy. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's not about say YouTubers does that or money live, they don't make money. No. YouTubers making money, I can't live in Europe, stop my work, and they do content, YouTube and Facebook full time. Yeah. So there are a whole lot of misconceptions out there, but at least if you don't understand anything, just ask a person. I be your idea.
Yeah. This is the last question I'm taking from Mobia, and it is Hatop Farms. I'll say, where do you think the problem comes from? I think he's referring to the Sunyane Einani first.
Oh, mismanagement, any kind of inadequacy of holding people accountable for no more. And then people in charge are asking for mobile, making sure. So if you go to war, people are paying for war, and they are making sure say at least now they have a group of people the rich people, like I say, work well, or group are from professionals. What they are doing now, and they say, oh, Basso, now you're sure now you're ambitious. They put you in a way you get inside the government, be an MP, be a minister. They will push you there. The whole Nanato, this year Easter is no work because he said the guy in Rock City, the biggest hotel in West Africa, if completed now. That guy they inviting I can't say another man by another went. These guys are doing stuff on a way different level. Me call him name Brian a champion. Guy now build this they have a conversation. Or children or more ye. Oh, now shares how they want to be independent. They don't want government to say okay, we won't give you any support because of that. You can't go anywhere. They are doing things on their own. Then you come to be. Me woman back with the I don't know near why. The only place I bet me a picture. Cocoa board, no put down with a picture now. They say, that doesn't make any sense. Right now, we should have monuments. Which mean close to Coronation Park, yes, there are so many deteriorations across Ghana, and people are asking for making sure say some of these jobs are done. They don't do that. So it's like I'm out for it. There is no accountability. Within 2 years. Not 10 years when we just sit there and watch. We do go to Kroma. I think that video no bachelor. The road do not have we sit here. Oh, we're ready now. And then and penny. At sometimes, it gets people to do something. And they are very successful doing that. There is no way so that me can say Asante is way bigger than any other chief in Ghana, any other king in Ghana. No. Your government, you take after the war, all these people are very big. But you see, say, if we are talking about Asante, you revere him like Kusroni in a way. What kind of my people will be able to say, okay, do my hand do other month for you? It is anywhere here, no, yes, Asante. But these people can also do something for all town now. How can you have a capital of a region like Sunyani? And then inside roads that work, I didn't even say. That's making any sense. Oh, Castle come back, kind of video up there.
So,
yeah. There are so many things for you again about.
With the men, I'm one last question, but I
think question I did.
I promise this is the last one. I promise.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Question is
This is from Iris Oot. I say I say, Mr. Pong, what about those who want to do YouTube without showing their face? What do you recommend?
I don't say you could. It depends on the type of content you're creating. I know very big channels are kind of thing. They don't show their faces, but still now their content goes very far. Right. I don't know the type of content they're creating. Yeah, the intern show a face and say want to build connection with a man for Nigeria. If I believe that if people know you they trust you more when it comes to your content. So if you want to do the content without showing your face, first of all, why? So what I say. And second of all, what type of content are you creating? Yeah. If you're creating a content of ABR, there's a channel, Bright Ideas, meaning someone's a YouTube channel.
That's why you ghost face. No,
Bright Ideas, only a very big YouTube channel. I think that they have over 20 million subscribers. They will do a documentary, kind of talk about ABR, 5 minutes craft. How are we to reuse who are here to do something different? So what you say? Okay. 5 ways, to me, ABR. I don't know. 5 ways to maybe cook lasagna. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. This type of content, even though you don't have to show your face, any other content because you're giving people information. First of all, that's why they came for the video. So you said the information will be a very solid, and then the editing makes the video move along very well. People will watch. But it's a cooking channel. So that's all I do face. You get views, but it will be very difficult because people don't know what you are saying. And I said, well, it is what it is.
I say. Like I said, last question. Maybe I'm Japan. And Obe free hano. Oh, I definitely be a person with chia or one now. I see me a person who catch it will be. I don't know. The floor is yours.
And that year, Father's Day, it looks like some I'm phoning you know, all the props and good luck and the good wishes, go for the fathers. All men in Viasi. Mother's Day, you can hear in the internet and so. Nakura names and Nakura Father's Day. Fathers Wabro. The fathers is where we are singing. I'm going. Oh my goodness. At us for radio, so that's baby. Why are you? My idea, because nearby the camp of fathers will be much inspired by some measure of
My grandpa, I time now. Thank you so much for giving us 1 hour 80 minutes of your time. I appreciate it. So you go back to your kind of say your chores, right?
Me say, I've been a post second video. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for hosting me. Yeah. Anytime I will be a day for you. That's a new host to Capito and never have a part.
Martin, Capito. Right.
All right.
Maghraheb, a big bye-bye and a big thank you. Thank you so much. And you, my audience, have a lovely evening. I shall see you, God willing, next week Sunday, same time, same station. Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
Every man where they do everything for the family. Who say man no they?